Yo, yo, yo. Hey, I am back with another episode of Reddit. Am I the asshole? It's been a while. Let's get into it. And I started to read this one in prep and I stopped because I want to have a true organic reaction because it's pretty damn good. So here it is. My parents live 8 hours away from me. And in 2018, they decided they wanted to buy a house in my town. I've been living in a downtown apartment and wanted to stay there, especially because I just gotten a new job nearby and was getting out of an abusive relationship. So I wasn't exactly stable. Because my dad is retired, he was not able to get a mortgage approved in his name. So they got the mortgage in my name. A few months ago, I basically had to plan my schedule around buying the house, being there for inspections, signing paperwork, meetings with lawyers, etc. I scrambled to find a roommate and we moved in, paying the mortgage as I rent. When my roommate moved out, my boyfriend, now fiance, moved in. We were there for just under 2 years and then bought a place of our own, just 5 minutes away. We faced a bunch of trouble buying our house because I had already had a mortgage in my name. My parents rented out the house, and because I was close by, I essentially became the town landlord. I was the one having to contact the tenants about stuff, utility issues, be there for any work, inspections, any issues with the mortgage company, insurance, meetings with the rental company, and had to do any handiwork that my parents didn't want to pay for. We had a hurricane one summer. My fiance's parents, my fiance, and I spent an entire day cutting up and moving huge dead and fallen trees and rebuilding the fence. It's been a frustrating process since I've had to spend so much time rearranging my schedule around handling the house and taking care of it. My parents are now selling the house because they are moving down here and building their own house on the coast. I'm heavily involved in the process because everything is in my name. Meeting with realtors, lawyers, walkthroughs, inspections, signing documents, and everything that comes with selling the house. Luckily, it sold fast, and my parents are making about $100K of profit. My parents made it clear that we aren't seeing a cent from the sale of the house, even though we feel like we've put in a decent amount of time and work for them with the house. They were hoping they'd give us a couple grand from the sale, but they say my reward is how selling the house will help my credit score. It was over 800 before they even bought the house, and I should be grateful. Wow. Am I the asshole? Well, clearly these parents are the asshole. And they are teaching this young lady another hard lesson, in my opinion. And I have daughters, and I would never do this to them. But I would encourage them to be involved in real estate and have started to plant those seeds. But in doing so, we would lay out a plan of if you're involved, you get A. If you're involved more, you get A and B. If you bring ideas, if you do all this stuff, like the agreement gets renegotiated. I think the issue here is for this young lady, and I went through this in my own personal life. At some point in time, part of adulthood, your rites of passage as an adult, is setting limits and boundaries with your parents when you become an adult. And trust me, they're going to have a hard time respecting your boundaries, but you got to hold your ground. Otherwise, you will never be treated as an equal in that relationship. And there comes a time in a kid's adulthood that table has to shift, and you have to take initiative to do that. I look forward to the time it happens with me. I'm sure I'll get my punches from my kids, but I pray and hope they'll speak up and set boundaries as they need, even though I won't like it. Those are my thoughts. What do you think?